What's up guys, it's Average Owl making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to talk to something that goes beyond Call of Duty. It goes beyond the first person shooters that I personally enjoy, and perhaps even the ones that you personally enjoy too. This is something that I really feel is going to be detrimental to the first person shooter genre as a whole. Now, of course, when we look at first-person shooters and we're excited about new upcoming ones like Battlefield 2042 or some of the most popular ones at the moment like Warzone, there is one thing that is plaguing everything at the moment, and that is, of course, cheaters, and these span from anything from aimbotters to full-on wall hacks, everything. But the one thing that we know for sure is that cheaters are bloody rampant. It is an absolute epidemic of cheating that is going on at the moment. Now already we're seeing a lot of issues thrown up by this in the Warzone community. So many creators are dropping off of Call of Duty like flies, and they're going to other games like Apex Legends where, supposedly at least, the cheating is much less of a problem. However, I was doing a little bit of digging, searching around on YouTube, just messing around. I've been on holiday for a week, so I've been watching a lot more YouTube than usual, and I've come across a channel who I don't really want to name because I don't want to send him a load of hate because, you know, he's doing his thing, but the whole channel with 50,000 subscribers and over 8 million views is dedicated to Cronus Max, Cronus Zen and Strike Pack tips and tricks for Warzone. Like literally this guy is making full-on videos, tips and tricks guides on how you can best set up your Strike Pack to have like literally no recoil. Now, for those of you who don't know, a Strike Pack or a Cronus Zen is a little modding device that you can buy for about 40 quid online. You plug it into your Xbox or your PlayStation controller, and basically you can program it to have different values that correlate to different guns within any game that you're playing, whereby you actually have very little to no recoil on these guns, as well as this new sticky aim thing that they can have, which basically increases your aim assist by about 100% from what it looks like. Like literally in one of these videos that this guy has made, you can see he is not touching his controller at all, and as soon as his friend walks into his crosshairs, the whole gun just follows him. And then when you couple this with the fact that you literally don't have any recoil with the gun that you're using, it makes tracking targets so incredibly easy. Now, I know that a lot of people know what a Cronus Zen is. They know what these strike packs are, and it's been talked about in the FPS community for a long time. However, I think that right now we are at an absolutely pivotal moment in the gaming community. We are at a point where cheating is so rampant that sooner or later the average person, the common person, is going to want to pick something up just to be able to compete with these cheaters. If you think about years gone by, cheating was almost exclusively a problem for PC players. Only people who played on PC could download decent cheats that they could run in a game. What this meant was it's only other PC players that ever fully ran into cheaters. Now I know that there's been cheaters in console and other games, but only on a very small scale. The issue now is that most games are cross-platform. That means that the average player, the casual consumer of the video game who comes home from a hard day at work and tries to play a couple hours of Call of Duty, for example, it means that they are now running into cheaters more regularly too. Now, the problem is that because these people don't have that much time to play, they don't have that much time to get better, and when you couple this with the rampant skill-based matchmaking that is present in Warzone at the moment, you can soon see why this is a massive issue. It means that for the small price of £40, they can buy something that can mod their controller and give them that competitive edge. Now, the worry for me here is that this will soon become the norm. Soon, people will feel like they have to use a Strike Pack or they have to use a Cronus Zen just to be able to have a good time, because the cheating is so bad when it comes to games like Warzone. Now, the issue here isn't necessarily the people who are picking up these Strike Packs, although that really doesn't help. The problem is that we've got a very difficult position with Call of Duty at the moment, whereby they have nothing that even resembles an anti-cheat. It's all very well doing these ban waves where you're banning 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 people at a time, but the problem is if there is no way to catch these people like automatically, no system built into the game that catches people cheating, then it's just so clear that these ban waves aren't going to do anything. Now, the problem with a Cronus Max or a Cronus Zen as well is that even even if you had an anti-cheat system, I'm not sure that these would even be picked up because they're plugged into your controller, so as far as your computer or your console is aware, you're just using a regular controller. This first popped up on my radar earlier when I was talking to my younger brother who's about 16, who's been playing Rust on console. And basically he's been watching Rust videos for years and he's been waiting and waiting for a chance to play it, albeit on an earlier version of the game that doesn't run as well because it's on the console. But he has said that it's virtually unplayable at the moment because every single player he runs into is using one of these modded controllers. He's even said that 5 or 6 of his own friends are using it just to be able to compete, and he said it's completely taken any of the fun that he could have out of the game. Now obviously Rust is a much smaller player base than what we're discussing here when we talk about Battlefield 2042 or Call of Duty Warzone or even Call of Duty base multiplayer, but the fact is if it's seeping into these smaller communities in these huge numbers, then I really think that this problem is a lot more widespread than we actually think. All the time we hear about these hackers and how in the new Battlefield 2042 we want to be able to turn off crossplay because we don't want to have to deal with PC cheaters, when realistically guys, I think you need to look a bit closer to home. I don't think that the cheating problem in Warzone is anywhere near as bad just because of PC, and I really do think that the majority of times when people are feeling like they are being cheated out of a death because of the insane aim of their enemy that they attribute to a classic aimbot, I really do think that a lot of the times this could actually be a Cronus Sen or a strike pack or something of that vein. And the problem is it's so much more accessible. On a PC, to download cheats on a PC, first of all, you're going to have to be a PC gamer, which means you already take gaming quite seriously. Now, on top of that, the sort of person who's going to sit there and work out how to download and install cheats, they're probably the sort of 4chan, back alley, Reddit dwellers that have a neckbeard and live in their mum's basement with literally fuck all else to do other than cheat and try and pretend they're good at a video game. Do you see what I mean here? There's a very small niche demographic of people that are going to want to buy these cheats. If you take away the people who are doing it for monetary gain from streaming and stuff, but the average person who would cheat on PC, it's a very small market, whereas the market for these Cronus Sens is absolutely huge. Like, I don't want to show you the screenshot because, like I said, I don't want to send this guy any hate, but as I was watching this guy's video, underneath it, on YouTube itself, was an advert for me to buy one of these strike packs. I really don't know why more people aren't talking about this, because this doesn't just affect Call of Duty. This could affect every single console first-person shooter that we see forever now. Unless there is some way that they can combat this, there is absolutely nothing that we can do to stop this, and the cheating pandemic is just going to get worse and worse. As someone who's a massive fan of first-person shooters, and they are the main games that I play, this is bloody terrifying, to tell you the truth. This means that from now on, potentially any game that we play is going to be absolutely riddled and plagued with these sorts of cheaters. That means that from now on, every game that you play, every ranked game mode that you play, it doesn't matter if you're playing against PC players or players on console, because the truth of the matter is there are cheats available for both. I know that the strike pack is nowhere near as powerful as wall hacks and aimbot, but you have to see that this is absolutely crazy, and it's ridiculous that there is nothing that can be done about this. Now, as for what can be done to fix this situation, I honestly don't know. I'm hoping to God that somehow Microsoft or Sony could come up with some way that would allow a controller to detect that this has been plugged in and would therefore not be able to be used, but I don't even know if that technology exists. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to say, and it's something that I'm actually really concerned about when it comes to the future of this hobby that we all love and enjoy. Now, for those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Do you know anyone who uses one of these Cronus Sens or strike packs for Call of Duty or any other game? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.